everybody, it's Lauren here again with the Pavement Ends channel. As you might be able to tell, I am not in the campmobile at this moment. I'm just doing a little local errand here and hit the grocery store here for a few essentials. I think when next we meet, I will be on the back road, very local, practically in my own backyard, and we'll be doing a little bit of cooking. But a quick note to anybody who was hoping for hot dogs or something like that, sorry, not going to happen this time. Alright, I will see you in the campmobile on our way to our next adventure. And here we are in the campmobile. We're staying very local. I'm in my own backyard, so it isn't going to take very long to get there. Well, thanks again everybody for joining me on these little back road adventures. I enjoy doing them, so I hope you enjoy watching them. Well, all right, here we are in our campsite. This is my yard, so to speak. We're back here. Now I'm going to get set up to make dinner and build a fire. And then after I build a fire, I'm going to make dinner. With us being stuck at home and maybe not being able to get out so much, sometimes we need to look into a little bit of creative cooking. Sometimes you don't want to do anything too complicated, or maybe some of the stuff that we want to do, you don't want to go to the store and try to round up oddball things to make a gourmet meal. Well, here we are at Pavement Ends World Headquarters. We're actually on the, well, we'll call it the testing grounds. The first thing we're going to do is put a quart of water into a pot here. All right. Measure out a cup of cream. Okay, we're going to bring this cream to a boil. So we've got a quart of water, about a cup of cream, and then stage about 5 or 6 pieces of American cheese. Okay, well that's coming to a boil. I got me a jalapeno I'm going to chop up. Because I'm making a pretty small batch for myself, I'm not really going to use that much. If you don't like the heat, take out the seeds. This is going to be diluted down pretty quick. And milk and cream and stuff like that seems to dampen down the spiciness of jalapenos anyway. Alright. So I'm basically quartering this recipe. I will later post this recipe both on pavementendschannel.com, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. Which reminds me, just for the heck of it, I started a website, pavementendschannel.com. So if you want to go there, and if my babbling in these videos isn't enough, why, you can go over to pavementendschannel.com and see me babbling in written form. So I'm going to extract, oh, that's about 1/3 of a pound of sausage. I'll go into our pan here in just a little bit. Pay attention to your cream here, it'll boil over. So what we're going to do, one by one, take a slice of your American cheese. mix it into that cream. I'm not normally a big fan of American cheese on its own. So the recipe that I'm following, I think, was originally intended to serve like 6 people. I don't need to make that much because it's just me out here. So I'm basically quartering the recipe. For this, I prefer a spicy sausage. This spicy sausage wasn't available. Being the way things are right now, beggars can't be choosers, so I took what they had in stock at the little store. So that's why I'm putting the jalapeno bits in, just to give it a little more life. Now the recipe calls for a little less cheese, but I think I'm going to go with a little more cheese. Anyway, I like dropping them in there one at a time. This cream will boil over, so this is the part you got to really be careful with. You don't want to scorch it. Okay, there's our pasta. About a quart of water. Now for this part of the recipe, I'm going to use, I think it would be about 1/4 of a pound, 1/3 of a pound of dry macaroni elbows. This, oh man, I just got a face full of smoke. So but pick your amount. I'm just getting about what would go with this amount of sauce here. So dump that in. Make sure it's kind of even. Let that boil for 7 minutes. We'll hit start on the old timer there. All right, once you get your cream sauce going, we'll put in a bit of mustard powder. Yeah, I'll give it a little extra pinch. And how about a little bit of salt? You don't need a lot of salt. All right, our pasta's cooked. Put a little pepper in there. Mix it in real good. Now if you like your pasta just a little more tender, let it sit for just another half a minute or minute. But 7 minutes is just about right. All right, I'm going to take this off and drain it. Okay. Now it's time to cook up this sausage. Yeah, pasta's just about right. Okay, pan's kind of hot. Yeah, they said the wind would die down a little bit with sunset. I'm not seeing it. I'll switch places here with the pasta and the sauce. Then I think I'll go ahead and add the jalapeno to the sauce. You don't have to put jalapenos in here. I just did it just to give it a little something. I've seen recipes where you can top this with some green onions or chives that you chop up and just kind of sprinkle over the top at the end. That sounds pretty good, but I didn't have any onions or chives like that. Just a little olive oil for the sausage. And then once your sausage browns up a little bit, we can start breaking it up. This wind is sure picking up. I keep chopping this sausage up. Now, before I get any comments about burning the sausage, oh man, another face full of smoke from the fire. I personally like my bacon and sausage and stuff cooked to the little bit crispy. Now, bacon a little more crispy, but you cook it the way you like it, which is what I'm doing. All right. There, we got us some cheese sauce in the pan now. So if the cheese sauce, if it's cooled down a bit, if it's cooled down a little bit when you add it to the meat, it'll bring it to a boil again. So that's what we're doing here. Then once the cheese starts to boil, let's bring the mac in. All right, I basically quartered this recipe, and I've still made enough for probably 3 or 4 people here. Well, 2 piggy people like me. The recipe that I'll post is designed to serve 6. So everything was quartered except for the sausage. I probably put in about 1/3 of a pound. All right, let's see if this is any good. You know what? That turned out pretty good. I'm quite pleased with it. All right, I'm gonna go sit by the fire here, out of the wind maybe, and eat some of this food. I think it's root beer time. Oh yeah. That's the root beer we know and love. Oh man, that pan is still kind of hot. Well, as I sit out here in the great outdoors and kind of escape the confines of the house, you know, I really do hope that all you guys are doing okay out there. The other thing I want to share with everybody is that I've said this before, but I do appreciate everyone who watches and gives encouragement. To be honest, this is probably something I'd be doing anyway, not just to make videos. But it is encouraging to have other people kind of follow along, and it almost feels like some of you are actually with me. Maybe when this whole craziness is over, we'll put something together, and maybe we can all find a way to meet up somewhere and have a big old camp out on some back road. Until that time, I think I'm going to sit here by my fire, finish off this dinner a little more, Definitely not going to eat all of it. It's way too much. So I think I'll probably go ahead and end the video here. And hopefully it won't be too long before I get to see you guys out here on the back roads.